Namaste. Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for joining me today again on this daily yoga challenge to get you into the habit of moving around in this new year. For today's practice, you might need a block, so make sure that you have one around. Okay, so let's start in child's pose. Open your knees a little bit wider, toes are pointing back, sit back on your heels and extend your arms as you lean forward. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here. And now push yourself up into a tabletop position. Knees are hips width apart and hands are shoulders width apart. Wrists just under your shoulders. Okay, we will do a round of cat and cows. So we will start with an inhale, arching the back into the cow pose. Try to look up at the ceiling. And then exhale, round the back into the cat pose. Inhale, arch the back, cow pose. Exhale, round the back in a cat pose. Try to tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, arch your back, cow pose. Exhale, round your back, cat pose. Two more. Inhale, arch your back. And exhale, round your back. Last one. Inhale, arch your back. And exhale, round your back. Good. Now come into neutral position, neutral spine position. And we will extend the right leg back. Toes are pointing down. Try to flex your toes down. Okay. And then we will pull the knee into the chest as you inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pull your knees to your elbow, right elbow. Exhale, straighten it again. And now as you inhale, come down into a push-up. And then push yourself up. Put your right leg down. Let's do it on the left side. Straighten the leg. So first, let's pull it to the chest. And extend. Pull it to the left elbow. And extend. And then a push-up or chaturanga. And extend. Let's do it again with the right leg. Straighten the right leg. Pull it to the chest. Straighten. Pull it to the right elbow. Straighten. Chaturanga. And up. Left leg. Pull it to the chest. And back out. Pull it to the left elbow. And back out. And chaturanga. Come back up. And put your left knee down as well. Okay. Now we will come up into a plank. So push yourself up into a high plank. Okay. We will do a chaturanga. Lower yourself down. And then leave your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up in a cobra. And lower yourself down again. Let's do it again. Inhale up. Exhale back down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale back down. Now what we are going to do, we will reach out with the arms on your fingertips. Okay? And push yourself up into a cobra. And then dip down on the left with your shoulders. I'm gonna turn towards the camera so you can see. So from this position, you come up into a cobra and you dip down towards the left, come back up, dip down towards the right, come back up. Let's do it 2 more times. Left and back up, right, and come back up. Last one, left, back, and right, back to the center. Good. Now put your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up into a plank. And from the plank, we will come to a downward facing dog. Try to push your heels down. Pedal it out. And deep breaths here. Good. Now let's lift the right leg up and step forward into the high lunge. As you come up, arms up into a warrior one. And deep breaths here. One more breath. Now interlace your fingers behind your back and push your chest up towards the ceiling. Open up your chest. One more breath. And we will go into humble warrior, which means if you can, then lean forward right next to your right leg and try to bring your arms up. If you can't, you can just leave it on your back. If you can, try to bring your arms up as high as you can. Good. Okay, let's come back up, back into warrior one. Now we will turn into warrior two. So just twist your upper body to the sides and the arms come down. You're looking at your right fingertips. Make sure that you don't stand up in this position. Try to go as low as possible. Okay, we will move into a reverse warrior. So put your left hand on the back of your left leg and flip your right arm up, going into a side bend. Okay, and now put your right hand on your right knee, just above your right knee. Raise your left arm up, and we are going into an extended side angle. So in this position, your leg and your arm should be in one line. Try to push your chest up towards the ceiling. So it's basically a side stretch of the left side. Okay, and now we will turn to the middle into a star pose. From star pose, we will come down or squat down onto your right leg. Left toes are flipping up in a Skandasana. You can keep your hands either in front of you, or you can just put them down if you cannot balance, no problem. Move around a little bit. What you can also do, leave your right hand down and try to twist up with your left arm. Okay, and now we will transition into a lunge on the left leg. So if you cannot do it without the hands, then just put your hands down and transition into lunge on the other side. If you can, then lift your hands up and come into lunge. Put your right hand down and revolve. Try to keep your right leg straight. Okay, step back with your right leg to the front and fold forward. Do a halfway lift. Make sure that your spine is straight. And fold again. Step back into downward facing dog. Lower yourself down into plank. All the way down on the mat. Up in a cobra. Back down into a downward facing dog. Left leg forward again into a lunge where we were. Okay. What we will do now, we will keep the hands, the fingertips on the mat. You actually might want to come off the mat because the mat is sometimes quite soft, so it's more difficult to balance on it. So keep your fingertips on the mat and lift your right leg up into a grounded airplane. Now, if you cannot keep your fingertips on the mat, then this is where you can use your block. So you can just hold yourself on a block, but if you can, then try to do it on the floor, on the mat. And then we are moving into Jiva squat. So we will bend the left knee and squat back with the other leg, pull the other leg behind the left, and then back to grounded airplane. Let's do it 3 more times. Jiva squat and grounded airplane. 2 more times. Jiva squat, grounded airplane. 1 more time. Jiva squat and grounded airplane. Good. Put your right leg down as well. Fold. Halfway lift. Fold again. We will come up into chair pose as you inhale. Bend your knees, sit back, drop your shoulder blades. If you cannot lift your arm up, you can keep it in front of your chest. And we will do a reverse revolving prayer. So hands into a prayer position, squat down and try to put your left elbow behind your right thigh and try to push your chest up towards the ceiling. If you cannot do it, you can just twist on the side. If you can, try to hook it up in your right thigh. Okay, fold forward, halfway lift, fold forward. We will come into a malasana. So we will widen the distance between the legs and we will squat all the way down if you can. If you can't, just go as deep as you can and try to keep your hands in front of you, in front of your heart. Okay, and let's stand up as into forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold again. And step back into downward facing dog. We will repeat it on the other side. So We did it on the left side, we will do it on the right side. No, sorry, we did it on the right side, and now we are going to do it on the left side. Getting confused here. So put your left leg forward into a high lunge and come up into warrior one. Okay. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Lift your chest up. Lean forward into a humble warrior. Try to push your arms up. Back into warrior one, arms up. And now moving into warrior two, twisting your upper body to the side. Look at your left fingertips. And then put your right hand on the back of your right leg. Flip your palms up, left palm up. And lean back into a reverse warrior. Then put your left elbow just above your left knee. Right arm up. Moving into an extended side angle. Probably I should twist this side so that you can see. Right, we will turn to the middle into a star pose, and we will squat down on the left leg this time. Right toes flip up. Either you can keep your hand in front of your heart or put it down on the mat. And then we will transition into lunge on the right leg. So as low as you can, let's move into a lunge on the right side. Okay. Left hand down, revolve. Now put both hands down and we will do the grounded airplane. So either you will need the blocks or you can just keep your fingertips on the mat. So stand up, left leg straight, and we will move into the Jiva squat on the other side. And let's do it 3 more times. Jiva squat and grounded airplane. 2 more times. Squat down, grounded airplane. 1 more time. Squat down and grounded airplane. Good. Put your left leg down. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Straighten your back. Fold again. As you inhale, come up into a chair pose. Drop your shoulders down, arms up or in front of your heart. And now we will do the reverse revolving prayer pose on the left side. So put your hands into a prayer position and try to put your right elbow just next to your left thigh and twist your chest up towards the ceiling. Good. Forward bend. Halfway lift. Bend forward again. We will go into Malasana again. Widen your stance a little bit. Squat down. Hands in prayer pose. Try to push your knees out with your elbows. Loosen up your hips. And stand up again. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Forward again. And now squat down nice and slow. And sit down And lie down on your back. We will do the bridge pose. So try to pull your ankles as close to your hips as possible. If you can actually grab your ankles, that's even better. But if you can't, don't worry about it. And we will push our hips up towards the ceiling. Your hands can be either next to you. You can interlace your fingers behind your bum and push your chest up as well. And lower it down. We will do it again. And inhale up. And lower it down. Now pull your knees towards your chest and try to grab your foot from the outside. If you can't, just hold on to your shins and come into a happy baby pose. So as you're lying on your back, you're trying to pull your knees towards your armpit. You can straighten one leg, straighten the other. Good. Now put your knees in the middle and then drop them down to the left, both of the knees. And now try to twist your upper body to the right. Straighten your arm, gaze to the right. As you inhale, come back to the middle. And now we'll drop the knees to the right. Arms extended to the left and gaze to the left. As you inhale, come back to the center. Hug your knees in. Give yourself a big hug. Squeeze it. And release. And that was the practice for this morning. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope you enjoyed it. And have a great day. Namaste.